Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video and another one in the series in which I'm taking a closer look at the full discography of the Beatles. And today I'm going to be talking about something. I think this is my most personal Beatles album. I'm talking about the White Album. Why is it so personal? Because when I first started listening to the Beatles, I was struck by Sgt. Pepper's, and after that I slowly but surely moved towards this album. And this is an album I hold very dear. When I dreamed of becoming a filmmaker, I would late at night sit behind my desk and start writing my first screenplay. And I'd be doing that while listening non-stop to the White Album. So as a matter of fact, I listened to it on repeat. So I have a very intimate experience with it because it's late at night, everybody's sleeping in the house, not a creature is stirring, and with the headphones on, I'm listening to the White Album, and it is a dark and mysterious album. It's a record that has mysticism. It has, of course, the myth of Charles Manson. But there is also mysticism and mystery in the way it sounds. Last week I found a quote by George Martin in which he said that he was somewhat let down by the White Album, and there are rumors and things, rumors or not rumors. There are opinions of fans who say the White Album would have been better as a single disc, and these opinions tend to move towards the element or the idea that a record should be a collection of hits, somewhat. Now, I don't think that is the case. You can think about that, but not every album needs to be a greatest hits album. As a matter of fact, greatest hits albums can be boring. When you take more time, when you take two records, for example, two pieces of vinyl, it can be more interesting when there is a movie-like construction, when the songs make you wander through a story or an emotional experience, and that is, for me, the case with the White Album. When I put this on, I get lost in the world and in the minds of the Beatles. It is not so much a sheer focus of a punch, although there are punches there. It is wandering through a forest of Beatles songs. And I happen to like that a lot. As a matter of fact, that's the way the Beatles get closest to me. I'm going to talk through the songs. Back in the USSR. What a beautiful, beautiful opener. Now, when I put this on again, and what I'm holding right now is a second pressing from 1970 with the stampers of the first stereo pressing, but those stampers were pressed on 70s vinyl, which is a bit more silent. So I prefer listening to this one above the first UK, but I'm going to do a different video on the sound quality of this record in the future. Well, I just love to compare the sound of this album. But it's just when you start off this record by Back in the USSR. I mean, that's a good opener. It is a Beach Boys kind of like song, but the lyrics reflect something else. And it's immediately something that is, it has references in there. But it's never one-on-one the reference. It is ambiguous, and that's what I really like about Back in the USSR. Then Dear Prudence, beautiful, beautiful ballad with a great strength and power in there. Then you get to Glass Onion, which to me is like a great song of mysticism. The song title was also used in a new film, which can be seen on Netflix. It's the second part in the Knives Out series. The film is okay. It's okay. Not as good as the song, though. Then you get to Obladi Oblada. Some people say it's a garbage song of Paul McCartney. I call that bullshit, because I think Obladi Oblada is an accomplishment in simple cheerfulness. Try and write a song like Obladi Oblada. I really, really love it. Now, Wild Honey Pie, great song. Bungalow Bill, love that one. And then you get to While My Guitar Gently Weeps. What else to say about While My Guitar Gently Weeps with an interesting guitar by Eric Clapton. And George Harrison does a great song, a great job singing it. I mean, that is a very, very good song. And I also like the way you get there. It's not a straight way of moving like Revolver has, or even Magical Mystery Tour. It is wandering, and then you find while my guitar gently weeps. I really love that. The fact that they went into different studios, and somewhat the album can be seen as a collection of solo performances, but then together, and someone doing something somewhere else. The way the albums are mixed and the track development, you really get to wander through their very pure ideas of the songs. I mean, it's beautiful. It's mythical. Then after While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Happiness Is a Warm Gun. I love that short little song. I mean, it's edgy, interesting lyrics. Martha, my dear. I mean, I love again. There's a certain cheerfulness in there, but there's also an element of melancholy in Paul McCartney's lyrics and songs in this album. It's never just pure pure happiness. Might be the case with Obladi Oblada, but there is always something more going on in these songs. I really like that. I'm So Tired, John Lennon doing he's singing about insomnia or trying to fall asleep. I mean, try and write a song of I'm So Tired, which with heaviness. There is an element of heaviness in I'm So Tired. Then Blackbird. I think almost everyone must have become tired of hearing new guitar players play Blackbird. Yet, if you hear it on a White Album, it's great. Piggies. I love Piggies. Again, part of the Charles Manson mysticism, and let's not glorify in any way what happened over there. But it has this dark edge to me. I just cannot... the song sounds dangerous to me, though it is originally obviously not a dangerous song. I'll explain. Harrison is singing about what these piggies needs a damn good whacking, and the Charles Manson gang thought he meant whacking, but whacking is just like smacking in the way Harrison meant it. Yet those kind of dark tones haunt this album and haunt the way these songs just go around, and I find it intriguing, really. Not that it's a good idea to start murdering people when you listen to an album, but it's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. But the White Album, Rocky Raccoon, lovely, great song. Don't Pass Me By, great Ringo Starr song, but I'm gonna lean towards my favorite Ringo Starr song later on this album. Why Don't We Do It on the Road? Paul McCartney seeking for his edge. He saw two monkeys having sex on the road, and then he wrote Why Don't We Do It on the Road? Nice. I Will, Julia, Birthday. Especially Julia is really great. But I like them all. Your Blues. That's one hell of a Beatles blues. Your Blues. Lennon has the edge in there. And somehow, I believe him when he's singing these dark, depressing lyrics. I really believe him. And I think throughout this album, John Lennon gave us more of his personality, his troubles, than he ever did on a Beatles album. Later on, I think the second moment he gives a real insight is the Plastic Ono Band album. But here on the White Album, we get a few inside the troubled mind of John Lennon. I mean, if you take a look, listen to it with that vision, you're going to hear some things, seriously. Mother Nature's Son, that's melodically a masterpiece. Everybody's got something to hide, except for me and my monkey. Lovely, great little joke. And I like that. I like the fact that there's space for jokes in here. Sexy Sadie, What Have You Done? Great. And then Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter is one of the most badass power rock songs. I used to play that with my first band, Helter Skelter. It's so nice. It's so rough. I like it. Long, Revolution 1. Honey Pie. I like Honey Pie. Savoy Trouble. Cry, Baby, Cry. And then Revolution 9. Some people consider Revolution 9 how do you say, not much of a song. Again, I tend to disagree. I like the fact that they are full on avant garde and challenging themselves in trying to find new sounds. Would this have been on its place on a single disc album with a stronger focus? No, but the fact that you can hear them searching on the White Album makes it so intriguing. I mean, on a level of avant-garde music, they are pushing boundaries here, and they take you along for the ride. At least they take me along for the ride, because I find Revolution 9, it's never a song I say during a party. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put on Revolution 9. No, but when on the journey of the White Album, I think it's very intriguing. It's like you're losing yourself in the dark forest, and then you get out with Good Night, which is a beautiful end of a song. I think it's such a lovely, sweet lullaby. Now, is that one hell of a collection of songs, or isn't it? And to me, it sounds complete. It's a whole. It is one big mythical journey. And that's why I love it so much. And there are so many moments in which I'm emotionally incredibly involved. Then there's a little joke, it makes it a little bit lighter, and then again, you can be emotionally involved. Or trying to find your way in a song, and that's it. It's like a trippy, strange movie for your ears. And that's why I love the White Album so much. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video, which I think it's either time for Yellow Submarine or Get Back. I'm gonna dive into it and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.